Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing just a quick little haul video about what I got from the past two events that I went to this last weekend, and that was the Renninger's Antique Fair as well as a doll show that I went to in Sarasota, kind of our bi-monthly Sarasota doll show. So that's definitely a regular occurrence for me, but Renninger's was brand new to me at least. I've never been, even though it happens 3 times a year. But it's kind of out of the ways for me to get to. I still made the drive, and I'm really, really glad I did because I found a lot of cool stuff. That's actually where I got the bulk of the dolls that I ended up bringing home. So I'm just going to jump right into it because I'm really excited to show you some of the stuff I got. Again, nothing too extravagant, just odds and ends. So let's just start with Renninger's. So I was kind of set up for failure. I don't want to say that, but I started out, this is an event with tons and tons of vendors. They advertise it as, like 800 plus vendors, which I don't think is possible, but that's how they advertise it. So I walked in there expecting there to be a lot of dolls because it's, an antique and flea market kind of thing. So a lot of people are just trying to get rid of their dolls. And the minute I walked in there, I saw this little guy. Now, this little baby doll came with the arms detached, but did come with the diaper already pinned on. So I fixed this one up, gave him a little clean with just some mild detergent and water. I think I might have just used regular soap for him actually. He doesn't have any real hair, just plastic. I thought at the time that this was a Jeanette baby, but it's not marked Vogue. Not sure if Jeanette babies are marked Vogue. I would assume they are because all Vogue dolls are marked Vogue. But either way, it's a cute little baby doll and I really, really liked it. I really don't collect many baby dolls, so I was really excited to bring them home. Again, I did think it was a Vogue, but either way, it gives the same appeal, and I could definitely put Jeanette clothes on this little guy, which is mainly what I wanted. I wanted to just dress a doll up in Jeanette clothes. So yeah, I did give him a good clean. Again, a lot of the dolls that I found were very dirty, kind of in piles of nonsense and stuff, and a lot of them I had to fix up. So this one, all things considered, not in terrible shape. Now, moving on, I also found this is where I got the most dolls from one particular seller. And this was from a gentleman who had basically just a pile of vintage dolls. And they were all so dirty and moldy and all in pieces. But I ended up picking up these three. Now, he let me know that these are actually his dolls from childhood, which I thought was so sweet. Apparently, his parents were both doll collectors. So these are things that were passed down to him and things that now he's passing on to other people. So I picked up another baby doll that again reminded me of the Jeanette, unmarked baby doll. If anyone knows anything about this particular baby doll, because I'm pretty sure this one is exactly the same as the other one I ended up picking up, which kind of funny that I have two of them now, but whatever, more for me. So if anyone knows anything about that doll in particular, please let me know. And then I picked up these two. Now this is a Tammy, and she is marked ideal. And she was actually nude when I purchased her, and her hair is again a little worse for wear. I've soaked it a little bit, I've brushed through it, but this is one of those instances where she's going to need a little bit more extensive help that I will have to provide her after this video is done. I actually purchased this outfit at the doll show that I went to the day after, which I'll get into a little bit later. But she, again, was very dirty. You can still see she has some stains and marks that were a little bit more stubborn to get out. But I do love my Tammys. I do have a bit of a Tammy army I'm starting. And speaking of armies, I found another McCall. Now, she was in complete disarray. I found her with arms attached, her wig was off, her head was off, and all the pieces were scattered on this table. So I was doing a little scavenger hunt to find all the pieces. I got an amazing price on her. Every time I buy a McCall, I get them cheaper and cheaper. I don't think I'm going to top it this time unless someone literally just hands me a McCall for free because she was $5. But I did my doll doctoring on her, put her wig back on, styled it a little bit. I, reattached all of her limbs and I gave her a good clean and a nice pretty McCall dress and even shoes actually. So I think she is in really good shape, all things considered, especially considering how I found her. And now she is my fourth McCall that I'm adding to my collection. I don't know how I ended up with so many, but I just kept getting such good deals on them. So, I mean, again, I don't think I'm going to top this one, but I'm really, really happy that I brought her home and that I could fix her up because it would be such a shame if she just sat there on the table and no one picked her up and brought her home and fixed her because she was honestly an easy fix. So I'm glad I could restore her. And on to, I believe I got 2 more doll related things in the Antique Show. I got a few other stuff, but non-doll related, so maybe that will be for a different video or a different subject matter. But anyway, another thing that I got was this Dawn doll. Now, I don't own any Dawns. I don't really know anything about Dawns. This one says Dawn Topper. I know sometimes they're called Topper dolls. Sometimes I see Dawn Topper doll. I'm not sure if there's a distinction between the two of them or if that's just the full name. If someone could let me know, that'd be great. But I found her nude in a pile of $3 Barbies, so I brought her home because I know how expensive these girls can be. And I found this outfit for her at the doll show that I went to from a seller that I brought from many times before, and I got a good deal on her, so altogether she was a very fair price. You know, for a full outfit, this is the exact outfit I wanted, plus boots, and she's in really good shape. Even her lashes are still holding up, considering I found her in a Barbie bin in the middle of a giant flea market. So really, really good buy on her. You know, this isn't really my normal shtick that I collect with, but for such a good price, I had to bring her home. And then the last thing I got is not the doll itself, but actually this wig. Now this, I have the tags right here, I believe. Or they were here somewhere, but this is actually an original Ginny wig from the 1940s. It came in the packaging, and this is platinum blonde mohair. Now, it's a little frizzy because she's been kind of sloshing around in my bag. I'll get into that later, but I think she is just gorgeous. Now, if you watch my Whatnot doll unboxing video, this is a Jill that I got from Pat, and her hair was so beat up. I had tried to restyle it, but it was missing in patches. So I took the wig off, and then thank God I found this beautiful vintage Vogue wig at the Renninger's Antique Fair. I mean, it was just sitting in a bin full of broken doll furniture. It was like $2, picked it up brand new, brought it home, and it fit on her just beautifully. Now, this is a Ginny wig, so I didn't know if it would fit on a Jill, but considering, you know, they're sisters, their heads are both pretty huge, I figured it wouldn't hurt to try. And she is gorgeous, and now I have a one-of-a-kind platinum blonde Jill because they do not make Jills with this hair color. So hopefully I'll be able to find a black wig as well because I have a brunette, a redhead, a blonde, a platinum blonde, and I really want that black haired Jill because again, my Jill army is just getting even bigger by the day. So that's everything I got from Renninger's. Now let's go into what I got at the doll show. And again, this isn't very extensive. The doll show, actually, this time there wasn't much that was sparking my interest. And I wasn't actually there for that long, considering how much time I normally spend at these doll shows. But this one was kind of more of a brief little peruse, I want to say. Mainly just catching up with the people that were there. And this is the only doll that I got, actually. This little Nancy Ann storybook. And she is one of the porcelain ones. And she is very sweet in this little outfit. I picked her up for like $2. She's really the only doll that I saw there that I really liked. And honestly, I don't collect Nancy Ann's, but I thought she was just way too cute and I had to bring her home. And this was again from a seller that I've bought from so many times. Every time I go there, I catch up with her. So I wanted to buy something from her. I always feel like I'm not supporting the people there if I'm not buying something before I leave. And if it's just a few bucks, I'd rather buy something for them so they feel worthwhile, like showing up to the doll show. Because I see the setups they do, it's a lot of work getting there, so I want them to feel like it was worth something. Now, the next thing that I got was actually from Pat Doodles. If you guys are Whatnot doll buyers, you guys know Pat Doodles. She does Barbie shows, I believe, every Tuesday, so definitely make sure to check her out on Whatnot. But she did an appearance. She had a booth at the Sarasota Doll Show, and I was so excited to meet her. And what I said about my Jill doll, this is the one that I purchased from her and fixed up. I brought this one to show her so she could see, you know, that I restored her back to life a little bit. And I also wanted to buy new clothes from Pat that would fit her. And this is a bag full of clothes that I got from Pat. Now, Pat was so sweet. It was the nicest experience meeting her, as well as many other Whatnot people. It was just really, really nice to actually physically see them. But I got a lot of stuff from her, as well as a lot of stuff that she just kind of tossed in here based off of the stuff that I typically buy. Now I'm just going to empty this out onto my lap. I'm dropping many things along the way. She gave me a lot of free stuff. She was just the sweetest woman, you know, very willing to compromise on prices for anything. I was considering getting some of my first Barbie from her, but I think I'm just still dipping my toes into it. I got that Dawn, I got a Repro Barbie, and my Tammy collection is getting so big. eventually the fashion dolls will hit, but unfortunately my taste in Barbies is like the $500 range, so we'll get there eventually, maybe, but for now, it was really, really nice just to meet her and see her collection in person. So, a few of the things that I actually purchased from her were this beautiful dress. I just love this fun little like people pattern on it, like cartoon person pattern. And I'm such a sucker for a sleeveless halter dress style for my dolls. I also got another little dress that I had put on my Jill actually before I left. Beautiful floral pattern. I also got this purple dress, this little checkered purple dress, and then this green knit kind of bodycon style dress. I haven't seen something like that actually for my dolls, so of course I picked it up. And then I bought, I think actually the only other thing that I got was this Tammy outfit, and this is a Tammy Japan marked outfit. So I'm not sure where she came from or, you know, how Pat came upon her, but I was really, really lucky that she fit perfectly on the Tammy when I brought her home because I wasn't sure if there were size differences between the regions where the Tammys were released. Now, everything else that you see in my lap, Pat just kind of gave to me. So it's a whole hoard of clothes plus a fashion doll pillow and blanket. She gave me some hats, some skirts, some pants, another gorgeous dress, just so much stuff. And I was so thankful because a lot of the stuff that she put in there, she said, you know, oh, this is stuff that'll fit your dolls or I think will work for your dolls. And I was just so happy because like I met her for 1 second and she immediately was like, oh yeah, I know what you're looking for. It's just very, very sweet. Actually, this whole outfit that I have on this Jill is stuff that she gave me. So it was just really, really nice to meet her. She was the sweetest woman. Again, you guys please follow her on Whatnot because she does put on great shows and she has amazing dolls and she's always getting new ones. So definitely watch her if you're looking for Barbies or vintage dolls, or she does a lot of vintage doll clothes as well. So if you guys are in the market for that, hop on Whatnot, you know, not just Pat, but everyone else on there. There are some really good deals. So definitely don't miss out on that if you're in the vintage doll market. Okay, and then the last thing I got was a pile of clothes from another seller. As you can see, again, I didn't really get that much. This was just the last little bit that I got. This is an unmarked Barbie dress. I thought this one was just so beautiful. There's something about like just the cut and the shape of it. I thought this would fit on one of my Tammys as well. I haven't tried it on as yet, but I definitely should because this is just the most beautiful dress. And then I got this. This was like the cutesy booth. Like the setup of it was just the nicest, like presentation of everything there, and everything was organized so well. I just felt like I had to pick up everything cutesy that I saw. So I picked up this little kind of baby doll robe that has this cute embroidery on it. Just the most adorable little handmade outfit I've ever seen because you can actually see like the embroidery pattern on the inside of it where someone, you know, very lovingly crafted this. So I'm very happy to bring that home. And then this was also the cutest thing ever. This one was actually a little bit expensive considering how much I normally spend on doll clothes, but I thought this was just the sweetest thing ever. I wonder, you know, if this all came from the same person who was hand embroidering stuff for their child or for their own dolls. I just think this is the sweetest little baby onesie ever. And I'm going to put that on one of my baby dolls if I can scrounge them out of this pile. And then the last thing that I got was not the doll, because you guys have seen this in my Whatnot video, but the bib I put on my little guy. This is the sweet little bunny bib. Again, you can see the embroidery underneath where someone very lovingly crafted this for their dolls, and I'm so glad that I got to take this one home. And again, I just love, you know, adding new handmade things to my collection, especially to my Tiny Tears, because I love this doll. This has got to be one of my favorite dolls that I have in my collection. Something about this doll is so special to me, even as like broken and old as she is, but like I don't want to be mean to her. But this one is one of my favorites, so I'm really glad I got to accessorize her a little bit. I like that it keeps switching between him and her. I really don't know what gender the Tiny Tears are, but they are amazing and I love them. Anyway, that is pretty much everything I got. I think the only things are a few odds and ends. I think I got some shoes for my Betsy McCall. I got these shoes that I thought would fit on my McCalls, but they were too small, so that's probably why I didn't show them. I just completely forgot about them. They'll fit on something, I'm sure. And then I got some paper goods because I like picking up paper goods. But yeah, that's everything I got for the past two events. We have another doll show coming up, the Naples one on the 31st. So if anyone's in the area, definitely come on out. That one does have a $10 admission, so keep that in mind if you're going in. And yeah, I hope to see more people in person, more people. Hopefully, someone who watches my videos, would be nice to connect with one of them in person. If any of you guys are Florida based, definitely make sure you hop on Doll Show USA and check out what we got going on. I like how I say we, like as if I'm affiliated with that group, but it's just a really nice way for us to connect, to actually be seeing each other in person at these doll shows. So yeah, I would really like to meet more of you guys. It was such an honor to meet Pat and to get so much stuff from her. And I hope you guys like my video. I definitely have more coming up when I go to that next show on the 31st, as well as next month, February. I think I'm taking a little bit of a break from the doll shows, but I will be going to the second annual Reningers because that one I want to take my husband to. I have not gotten to take him. This one I actually went on my own, so I'm gonna bring him along, and I'll probably record a little bit and show you guys what it looks like if you guys are interested in going. So anyways, sorry so much for rambling. I just was really excited to show you guys my stuff, even though this was a small haul. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for all the likes and the follows and just everything lately. You guys have been so warm receiving my videos, and I'm just so happy that you guys actually like watching. So thank you so much. Bye.